There is a quiet truth that most people never understand. The more desperately you chase something, the further it seems to move away from you. Happiness, success, love, peace, when hunted with impatience, they become slippery. Stoic philosophy teaches a powerful reversal of this mindset. It says that life does not reward obsession. It responds to alignment. When you stop looking outward for fulfillment, the right things begin to find you naturally. The Stoics believed that suffering often begins with misplaced desire. Epictetus warned that wanting what is not in your control creates inner chaos. When you constantly search for validation, outcomes, or recognition, you hand your peace over to forces you cannot command. This is why chasing often leads to exhaustion rather than satisfaction. You are running after shadows, hoping they will turn solid once you catch them. When you stop looking, it does not mean you become passive or lazy. This is one of the most misunderstood Stoic ideas. Instead, it means you stop begging reality to bend to your expectations. You shift your energy inward, toward mastery of your thoughts, actions, and values. Marcus Aurelius wrote that a person should focus on doing what is right and accept whatever follows. This inner discipline creates a calm presence that changes how life responds to you. Consider how this applies to relationships. When someone desperately seeks attention, approval, or affection, it often creates pressure. People feel it even if nothing is said. The Stoics understood human nature deeply. They knew that neediness repels while self-sufficiency attracts. When you stop looking for love to complete you, you become whole. And wholeness is magnetic. The right people sense it and are drawn to it without force. The same principle applies to success. Many people chase money, status, or recognition with anxiety in their chest. They tie their self-worth to outcomes they cannot fully control. Stoicism teaches a different approach. Commit to excellence in your effort, not to obsession over results. When you focus on what is within your control, your discipline, your consistency, your integrity, you build something solid. Opportunities often arrive not when you demand them, but when you are ready for them. There is also deep peace in letting go of constant searching. The modern mind is restless, always scanning for the next thing, the next goal, the next pleasure, the next solution. The Stoics saw this restlessness as a form of slavery. Seneca wrote that a person who is everywhere is nowhere. When you stop looking for life to finally begin, you realize it is already happening. This awareness grounds you in the present moment where real power exists. Another Stoic lesson hidden in this idea is trust in natural order. The Stoics believed the universe operates according to reason. Fighting reality only increases suffering. When you stop looking in a desperate way, you stop resisting what is. This acceptance does not weaken you, it strengthens you. You conserve energy, gain clarity, and respond instead of react. Ironically, this calm responsiveness often leads to better outcomes than frantic effort ever could. Many people fear that if they stop looking, they will miss out. Stoicism challenges this fear directly. It teaches that what is meant for you will not require self-betrayal to obtain. Anything that demands you abandon your values, your dignity, or your peace is too expensive. When you stop chasing, you create space for discernment. You can finally see what aligns with your character and what does not. When the right things find you, they arrive differently. They do not come with chaos or desperation. They feel steady, earned, and natural. This is not luck. It is the result of inner order. By living according to Stoic principles, self-control, wisdom, courage, and justice, you become the kind of person to whom good things can attach themselves without force. In the end, Stoicism teaches a paradox that feels uncomfortable but true. The less you cling, the more you receive. When you stop looking outside yourself for permission to feel fulfilled, life begins to meet you where you stand. You stop chasing the world, and the world, quietly and unexpectedly, starts moving toward you. The Stoics were clear about one dangerous habit that ruins inner peace: chasing what you cannot control. Most people do this without realizing it. They chase outcomes, people, recognition, certainty, and even happiness itself. Stoicism warns that the moment you attach your peace to external results, you create the conditions for suffering. This is why chasing so often ends in disappointment even when you win. Epictetus divided life into two categories: things within our control and things outside our control. Your thoughts, choices, effort, and character belong to you. Everything else, other people's opinions, timing, luck, and outcomes, does not. Chasing happens when you blur this line. You try to control what was never yours to command. The more energy you pour into it, the more frustrated and powerless you feel. Chasing also distorts your perception. When you desperately want something, you stop seeing clearly. You ignore red flags, compromise values, and tolerate what you normally would not. Seneca warned that desire clouds judgment. In this state, even success can feel empty because it was achieved through anxiety, not alignment. You get what you wanted, but you lose yourself in the process. In relationships, chasing often creates imbalance. The more one person pursues, the more the other unconsciously pulls away. Stoicism explains this through self-mastery. A person who lacks inner stability seeks it from others, but no one can carry the weight of another person's peace. When you chase affection or validation, you signal dependence, not strength, and dependence quietly repels respect. The Stoics also understood that chasing feeds fear of missing out, fear of being left behind, fear of not being enough. This fear keeps the mind in a constant state of tension. Marcus Aurelius warned that anxiety about the future steals today's strength. When you are always chasing the next thing, you are never fully present with what is already in your hands. Another hidden danger of chasing is that it makes life feel hostile. When things do not go your way, you feel personally attacked. You begin to believe the world is unfair or against you. Stoicism offers a harsher but more freeing truth. The world owes you nothing. Accepting this removes resentment. You stop demanding, and in doing so, you regain dignity and emotional independence. Chasing also creates impatience. You want results now on your timeline according to your expectations, but nature does not move on human urgency. Seneca often reminded his readers that everything meaningful grows slowly. A mind trained in Stoicism respects timing. It works steadily without panic. This calm persistence often outperforms frantic effort in the long run. When you stop chasing, something important happens. Your power returns to you. You are no longer reacting to life. You are acting according to principle. You do what is right, not what is desperate. This shift alone changes how others respond to you and how opportunities unfold. Stoicism does not promise that stopping the chase will make life easy. It promises something better: clarity. You see what is worth your energy and what is not. You stop wasting years pursuing illusions, and slowly, almost quietly, life begins to offer you what frantic chasing never could: respect, peace, and outcomes that arrive without force. This is the Stoic warning: chase nothing that costs you your inner order. What truly belongs to you will come when you are prepared to receive it, not when you are begging for it. Stoicism teaches that the greatest transformation in life happens when you stop trying to find and start trying to become. Most people spend their lives searching outward for the right person, the right opportunity, the right moment, the right answer. The Stoics flipped this approach. They believed that life responds not to what you seek, but to who you are. When you are constantly searching, your identity is built around lack. You move through the world as someone who is missing something. This mindset creates quiet desperation. Marcus Aurelius warned that a person who feels incomplete will always be disturbed. Stoicism offers an alternative: build completeness through character. When your inner life is ordered, external chaos loses its power over you. Becoming, in the Stoic sense, means refining what is within your control. It means practicing discipline when no one is watching, choosing virtue over convenience, and maintaining calm when others panic. These are not glamorous acts. They do not bring instant applause, but they shape a person into someone solid, dependable, and rare, and rarity attracts without effort. This is why Stoicism emphasizes daily practice over dramatic change. Epictetus taught that philosophy is not something you talk about, but something you live. Each small decision trains your mind. Each moment of restraint strengthens your will. Over time, you stop reacting emotionally to every situation. You stop needing life to go a certain way to feel okay. This inner stability is what people mistake for confidence or luck. When you stop searching for external reassurance, you also stop broadcasting need. You become quieter, more observant, more selective. You no longer chase attention, yet attention comes. You no longer demand respect, yet respect is given. This is not manipulation. It is natural consequence. People trust those who are not trying to extract something from them. Stoicism also teaches acceptance of uncertainty. Searching assumes that once you find the right thing, uncertainty will end. But the Stoics knew this was an illusion. Life will always be unpredictable. Becoming someone who can remain steady within uncertainty is far more powerful than finding temporary certainty. When you stop searching for guarantees, you gain resilience. Another important Stoic idea is preparedness. When the right things find you, they often arrive disguised as responsibility or challenge. Many people miss opportunities because they were searching for comfort instead of growth. The Stoic prepares himself mentally and emotionally for difficulty. When opportunity arrives, he does not panic or cling. He responds with competence. By shifting from searching to becoming, you also reclaim your time. You stop overthinking, second-guessing, and waiting for signs. You act according to reason. You improve what can be improved today. Seneca wrote that life is long enough if used wisely. Searching wastes time. Becoming invests it. One of the greatest misunderstandings about Stoicism is the belief that letting go means giving up. The Stoics taught the opposite. Letting go is not about abandoning goals. It is about releasing emotional attachment to outcomes. This distinction is crucial. Without it, people either burn themselves out by clinging too tightly or drift aimlessly by caring too little. Stoicism offers a disciplined middle path. Marcus Aurelius lived this balance daily as an emperor. He carried immense responsibility. Yet he reminded himself that outcomes were never fully his to command. His duty was to act with reason, justice, and self-control. Once he had done his part, he accepted whatever followed. This mindset protected him from arrogance in success and bitterness in failure. Direction in Stoic terms comes from values, not results. When you define success only by external achievement, you become fragile. Every setback feels like a personal defeat. But when your direction is guided by virtue, doing the right thing, at the right time, for the right reason, you remain steady regardless of outcome. You can lose a result without losing yourself. Letting go also sharpens focus. When you are not emotionally entangled with how things must turn out, your mind becomes clearer. You make better decisions. You listen more closely. You respond instead of react. Seneca warned that emotional turbulence clouds reason. Calmness, on the other hand, improves judgment. This is why Stoics valued tranquility above excitement. Another powerful aspect of letting go is emotional independence. Many people unknowingly give others control over their inner state. A message not returned, an opportunity delayed, a plan disrupted, suddenly their mood collapses. Stoicism teaches you to reclaim this power. When you let go of needing external validation, your emotional life stabilizes. You become harder to manipulate and easier to respect. Importantly, Stoic letting go does not kill ambition. It purifies it. You still work hard, but your work is no longer poisoned by fear or desperation. You pursue goals because they are worth pursuing, not because you need them to feel valuable. This internal shift changes the quality of your effort. It becomes patient, consistent, and resilient. When you let go properly, life feels lighter but not empty. You are still moving forward but without resistance. Like a skilled archer, you aim carefully, release the arrow, and accept where it lands. The Stoics use this metaphor often. Once the arrow leaves your hand, worrying about its flight changes nothing. Your task was in the release, not the result.